Hey guys, Davey here with a different type of video. So it's a little bit late at night. I was currently editing a project for school, and I've been itching to do this video, and I just suddenly said, "Fuck it, I'm actually gonna go ahead and make it." So if you couldn't already guess from the title of the video, I feel like it has come for there to be a change to my YouTube channel and how it operates, how it looks, how it sounds. Well, at least hopefully how it sounds. I don't know how exactly it sounds right now. Um, it's been about almost 6 months since I posted that video late last year. In fact, it was my last video of the year where I contemplated quitting YouTube because I was just not seeing any kind of payoff coming from it because views were low, subscriber rate was low. I had a lot of subscribers, but it's like nobody was watching. And then I made another video addressing the comments that I got, people telling me to stay on, and gave me suggestions, gave me tips on what to work on, make the channel better, that whole sort of thing. So here we are, fast forward 6 months later, and I feel like nothing has changed. And I mean that in both ways. I mean that in the sense that the subscriber rate is not that much different. Viewership is not that different. Um, but I will admit that I could do a bit better on my end. I struggled, but I tried my absolute best to accommodate the suggestions you guys made, particularly the shorter videos. And I did make cuts to my videos. I made this I made this mentality for myself where I told myself I was gonna just run right through a review, whether it be for a movie or a show or a game, whatever, and just go with it and not think ahead of time like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that, and worry about it in post, in editing. And that way we could get some shorter reviews. And for the most part, it did work. Some of my TV show reviews were shorter, some of my movie reviews are shorter. They're not exactly short videos per se, but they are shorter than they used to be. Ever so often, however, I will stumble a little bit. The most recent stumble that I made was making a 33-minute review of Uncharted 4, and I'm sorry about that. I tried, in fact, I swear to God, that review was actually a little longer before, and I had to trim just a couple of things. But everything that's in that review needed to be said, so I had to keep it. I'm sorry, I kind of regret going on a little too long, but those are my opinions. And again, I'm sorry that I just can't help myself sometimes, just rambling on, talking about certain things. I'm sorry, but I don't know what. I feel like I'm apologizing at this point. I'm apologizing for being myself on YouTube. I'm sorry that my camera's not better. It's not a fancy $600, $700 camera that looks professional. I'm sorry that my videos don't have jump cuts. Otherwise, I'll be like everybody else. And I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be myself. I want to be myself on camera. And yet I feel like nobody's watching. So, well, what am I doing? And going on YouTube, it depresses me. Not overall, like I'm not gonna cut my wrists or anything, but specifically YouTube wise, it makes me depressed. Going on YouTube and seeing that I'm only getting like one subscriber every 3 days or so. And whenever I post a brand new video, even if the video is relevant as a motherfucker, like the movie reviews I've been doing recently, where the review goes up the day the movie comes out, or at the latest the morning after, like on Saturday morning or whatever, and yet people are still not watching. I don't understand, and I know that at some point I need to take my own advice because to a certain extent I do recognize what philosophy you need to adapt in order to be successful on YouTube, which is to basically ask yourself, why should people watch you over other people, especially in a very very competitive field like YouTube. Not YouTube, but when it comes to media culture, like movies, video games, especially video games, comic books, even action figures. When you review those things, what sets you apart from Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, Schmoes, IGN, GameSpot, Angry Joe? That's what I'm struggling with right now, is finding an identity. In fact, I'm struggling with that in more ways than one. I'm also struggling to find, like, I'm writing a short film right now for my screenwriting class, and even that I'm struggling with to find a theme for. So this is a common problem for me as an artist, as a content creator, and I'm hoping that in the making of this video, people will relate. Whoever's watching, please share, because it really does make me sad that I try to be myself on camera and not follow, the template or the caricature or the personality of another YouTuber, and yet I just get a handful of views. And not to sound ungrateful to the people who have continued to be supportive and watching, especially the people that did post those comments in that video from last year where I contemplated quitting and people were telling me not to do so. I appreciate it, but this does take a huge chunk of my time not every day, because there are ever so often the day where I don't have to worry about a video because of my schedule, where I try to post a video early in the week and then a video around the weekend time, and usually that video that goes up around the weekend is for a movie or something. And trust me, we got a lot of them coming in June. Like literally every weekend there's a big talked about movie coming out, and I'm hoping to tackle most, if not all of them. But again, you need to realize that going to go see these movies does come out of pocket, and I just can't go for a professional look because I am currently seeking employment. I no longer have a job at the moment, so obviously that $600, $700 camera that I wish to have, but people feel like maybe I should own. And trust me, I've gotten a remark before saying that I should invest in a professional camera to look professional. I will have to disagree and say no, I don't need that as much as I want it, because I am planning on being a director, so camera quality is a big thing for me. I know when to recognize not to make that a necessity and make that more of a privilege, more of a luxury. What's important right now is me, and how I talk and how I dress myself and how I convey myself to you guys whenever I talk about a movie or a game. But at the same time, I need to worry about myself, because after all, I am human. And when it comes to this whole payoff thing, it does take up an awful lot of my time and an awful lot of my stress levels. Constantly, I have my girlfriend picking gray hairs out of my head because I have more so than the average person. And if you know how the human body works, you know that whenever you get a gray hair, that's a result of high levels of stress. And YouTube is one of the contributing factors. As much as I love making the videos and watching the videos play out on my YouTube in the long run, they do come with a high level of stress, especially when it comes to a time-sensitive thing like a movie, or more so a TV show. A TV show that needs to be reviewed the day after, otherwise people's time span will you know what I'm talking about. Their attention span will just forget about the episode the day after when they're watching their next show that they're watching. So these things need time and need this humongous load of effort, and it just takes the wind out of my sails, so to speak, and the money out of my wallet. And another little part of my life that it's been affecting is also my relationship with my girlfriend. I make it sound worse than it actually is. I understand that, but you do have to recognize that sometimes when it came to these videos, I would often cut my time with my girlfriend short, because if her and I just went and saw a movie, I would have to hurry home and do the review. Or I'm hanging out with her on a Sunday night or a Tuesday night or whatever, and those happens to be the nights that Walking Dead or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes on, and I have to come home and do the review for that. And now, analyzing the amount of views I'm getting in exchange for that, that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know if it's worth it. It's a little sad, but I don't know if it's worth it. And yeah, I've gone so far, and I never thought I would do this. And I'm trying to keep my voice low because if my mom found out I was doing this, she would lose it. But I've even gone to the extent of spending money to try to build a fan base, a community to thrive here on my channel. If you go back through my videos, you'll notice that my Walking Dead season 6 finale review, my Captain America Civil War review, and my Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice reviews, they're all in the thousands. They got like 2,000, 3,000 views, as opposed to the videos in between that only have like 50, 60, 40, 20, 30 views. That's because those videos I would actually go out of my way to promote, spending money out of my wallet to try to promote them across the YouTube community, and hopefully people will watch them. And it looks like they were, but they're not subscribing, they're not commenting, they're not liking, and I don't know if it's me. I don't know if maybe I need to take drugs before I do a video. I'm kidding, but if I need to maybe get hopped up on sugar, and maybe that'll be charismatic enough for people, or maybe I do have to cave in and start jump cutting all my videos, which used to be the norm for me, but it was exhausting. It was grueling. It's like the stress levels were through the roof because every few seconds, cut, take out that gap, scoot it, cut, take out the gap, scoot. It was so this method of just doing one continuous shot, just rambling on. It's simple to edit, but apparently it's not enough. It's not worth watching. So before I ask you guys for your feedback on what I should do, I'll speak just a little bit more. I'll speak a little bit more. What else is new? I'm going to say a couple things. One, I am, again, in the process of finding that identity, and I do think that I'm taking a couple of steps in the right direction. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll notice I redid my banner to be a little bit more flashier, and also at the same time have a little bit of a personality to it. And I'm actually pretty proud of it. I did it on Photoshop, and I can't stop looking at it because I am really genuinely proud of this new logo that I made for myself on my channel banner. So if you go to my channel, you'll see it. I'll probably post a picture right here in the video. And I'm really proud of it. I think it looks rather nice, and I'm hoping for it to become a brand all on its own. Along with that, I'm also trying to readjust and redesign the template to my thumbnails to make them look a little bit more attractive and alluring to the eyes. So whenever I do post a video, people will look at the thumbnail and be like, "Oh, I'll check that out." So if you go back like the last 2 or 3 videos that I did, my Uncharted 4 review, X-Men Apocalypse review, if you go to check out those thumbnails, they look a little bit more dynamic. I'm hoping to keep them that way, and hopefully, please let me know in the comments what you think of both the banner and the thumbnail layout, and if it's attractive, if it looks cool and appealing to the eye, so that people will click on my videos more, and that way hopefully I'll get some viewership in a natural way instead of having to be spending more and more money on promoting videos, because even that's, to me, is seemingly it's not working. So make no mistake, I am trying to find my identity, and I'm hoping that you guys will contribute to that as well in the comments by telling me what I need to do right, what I'm doing wrong. Be constructive, be helpful, and there's not really that much more I can say except for one tiny little thing. Now, before I say this one thing, before I make this somewhat of an announcement, even though it's not a formal announcement because I'm still just thinking about it. It's still in the contemplative phase, to the point where I don't even know if this is going to happen, especially since this is literally a year from now. So once you hear it, do not for those of you who are huge followers of mine, not to sound high of myself, arrogant, but if you really do appreciate my videos and wouldn't want to see me go away, just don't get scared, because again, this is a year from now. Yeah, if it does happen, and who knows if it's even going to come to fruition in the first place. Excuse me. But I am once again contemplating quitting YouTube. However, should it happen, I think the perfect time to do so would be next summer of 2017. around May or June to be precise. Now, David, why specifically that time? If you guys are new to my channel, you'll know that before Dark Spider David, I had an old channel called Black Spider David. I graduated from black to dark to be more politically correct. No, the real reason is because I had too many copyright claims on Black Spider David, and I wanted to be partners, so I made Dark Spider David with royalty-free music and the works. And obviously that didn't pan out because Google was a dick. However, I stuck with it. I stuck with it because there were a lot of views, especially on my figure reviews. Stuck with it. I feel like it's a perfect time to end my run next year because I started Black Spider David almost 10 years ago. I started making YouTube videos almost 10 years ago. I started when Spider-Man 3 was coming out, and I was doing the Spider-Man Abridged Cut series. I was doing the Abridged Cut series of all 3 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies that were stop motion figure shorts. It started with that, and then I started reviewing the figures that I would buy to make the Spider-Man 3 Abridged Cut, and that's where I started reviewing Transformers, and I started doing some of the movie reviews, and the rest of it was history. But of course, again, came the copyright claims because I was using licensed music. And so that was started when Spider-Man 3 came out, and that was in May of 2007. And then the videos, I don't think, started rolling until like June or so. So next summer would mark my 10-year anniversary. 10-year, decade-long anniversary on YouTube. And I can't think of a better time to end it than at 10 years. It's a rather remarkable achievement. But at the same time, when I think about the fact that it's almost 10 years, it makes me sad. Seeing people rise around me that started either at the same time or even way after I came onto the scene with either Black Spider or Dark Spider David. And I'm still here getting only 20, 30 views a day for a brand new video, despite almost being at the cusp of 4,000 subscribers. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But hopefully you guys do, and so I ask of you to please help me in hopefully changing my channel up with brand new branding, brand new content, brand new approaches. I really want to bring back little vlogs talking about some relevant current things. I've been getting some tips, especially from some people that I actually personally know, like, person to person know, telling me that I should do some current events. And I actually have a couple of topics that I want to talk about within the gaming industry, and I'm hoping to bring that back this month, and hopefully it catches on. Hopefully. But besides that, I'm open to your guys' input. Keep it constructive, keep it elaborate, because I really want to know the nitty-gritty details of what I need to tweak on the channel so that not only I can better myself as a YouTuber, but I can hopefully bring you guys better content. And again, don't fret about the whole ending my YouTube career next year, because again, that is a year from now. Who knows? By then, I'll probably be like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good. I'll keep doing it. We still got the Spider-Man Homecoming movie right afterwards. So who knows? Who knows? Who truly knows? Anyways, that about does it. I've been rambling for about 20 minutes now. Please post in the comments your advice. I really want it. I really need it. And I'm hoping to get out of this rut when it comes to my YouTube channel very, very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.